This is Veterans Voices, where we honor our military veterans. I'm Sharon Melton. In our next half hour, we'll share stories that showcase the contributions of those who have served in the U.S. Armed Forces. We begin with retired Sergeant Marty Gonzalez of Cypress, Texas. He fought in the Iraq War and saved the lives of fellow Marines overseas and others struggling at home with PTSD. He even received numerous medals for his service. But for his wife, Tawny Gonzalez, and their children, Marty's more than just a hero. He is a husband, a father, and someone who always put others first.
A lot of people knew Marty, and a lot of them, they knew he was a Marine, but they had no idea the magnitude of his service or the medals he received or what he endured over there.
With a calm and steady voice, Tawny Gonzalez talks about the love of her life, her rock, Marty.
He never wanted recognition for anything he did. So he didn't like being called a hero, or he was very humble about it.
Born on February 11, 1980, Marty Joseph Gonzalez may not have realized at an early age what an impact he would make on the lives of so many. At the age of 18, he enlisted in the United States Marine Corps. In 2004, he would later be deployed to Fallujah, Iraq, and fight in one of the most deadliest time periods of the Iraq War.
What he endured over there, they were in firefights every day.
In just 30 days, Sergeant Gonzalez was injured by an insurgent grenade while he saved another Marine. His bravery led him to be honored with 3 Purple Hearts, 2 Bronze Stars with Valor, and 2 Navy Marine Corps Achievement Medals. Marty later met Tawny in 2011 when she was volunteering at a retreat for combat veterans. 1 year later, they were married.
So when I met him, he had already done his tours, but he was still living with the aftermath of war. And to me, he was my husband, and he was the father of my children, and all I can think about is the man he was. If you looked at Marty, you wouldn't know something was wrong with him because a lot of his scars were covered. But he had been paralyzed for 2 years, and also he had PTSD and survivor's guilt, and you can't see those things if you just look at him on the surface.
And he didn't suffer just for 1 year. He suffered for, what, 16 years or so?
He suffered for, yes, 16 years. He would put on a brave face around everyone. He was open and vulnerable with that to me so that I could better love him and help him, and our children too, help them better understand what their father was going through. A lot of times you can't fix it. They just need someone to talk to so they can process it.
Hi, I'm Sergeant Marty Gonzalez, United States Marine Corps. It really touched me to go and have an opportunity to defend my country and fight. And when you're a Marine, you're taught to protect your brothers. I wanted my opportunity.
And he did that, and so much more. By sharing his struggles with others with PTSD and giving them hope, he began speaking and sharing his own pain and stories. And his body went through even more setbacks and debilitating pain. As time went by, he would still do what he could to always be present in the lives of his wife and children, as is evident when he would sing songs to his kids.
I will always love and read to you.
The father he was, our kids, he was their favorite person, and they loved him so much. They still love him, and he taught me what true integrity was, and perseverance, and true love, and compassion, and empathy. I learned so much from him because that's what made him the amazing Marine he was, and the amazing father, and the amazing husband, and friend, and son, and all of that. It was his soul, his heart, his essence, everything about him.
And when Marty passed away on November 28, 2020 from a pulmonary embolism at the young age of 40, his message of love is still never far away, and his family's love for him continues to shine. If you had a chance, just one more time, to tell him anything, what would you tell him?
It's a hard one. I would tell him thank you. I would tell him thank you for loving us all so unconditionally And he loved us so fiercely. It's almost like he knew he only had so much time with us. And so he always made sure you never questioned his love.
And I have to say, it truly was an honor to sit down with Tani Gonzalez. She also told me that last month, Marine Corps Lee Outpost was named after Marine Sergeant retired Marty Gonzalez right here in the Houston area.